Yeso.
Hello guys, in this video you're going to learn about Richard Lustig, whether his lottery system works or not. Well, he has different lottery systems, but is Richard Lustig a scam or not? It's up to you to decide after watching this video review. So one of his books that he comes out with, Richard Lustig, he's a well-known 7-time lottery winner. He's been all over the news. Won the lottery 7 different times to win over $1 million together. I know that he didn't win any huge like $100 million jackpot. So he did win 7 times. There was like $50,000 here, you know, another 5 figures here, and added up to about $1 million. So not life crazy changing in terms of compared to the big winners, but it's still, the fact that he won 7 times is very intriguing, very fascinating. And one of the reasons he won, I believe, is he won a big time with this winning. He won one time big, pretty big, for $800,000, and the other ones weren't as big. So that's the facts about him. Like, he is a real life winner. He's been on television. And he hasn't won anything that in the hundreds of millions, but he's been on television as well with, you know, Rachel, Good Morning America, believe it or not, you know, met celebrities and so forth. And he has a system. Now, he has different systems. One's called Lottery Dominator, but the most popular one is, this is one of the systems. It's called Lottery Dominator. There may be a link below the video. You can go check it out. That's one of his systems. But one of his famous books is a #1 bestseller on Amazon, actually. And it's this book called Learn How to Increase Your Chances of Winning the Lottery. Also, I believe sometimes he calls it Winning Lottery Method or whatnot. That's the site, but you can get it from Amazon directly. But the thing about Amazon, you will see what real buyers say. And you read what they say, a lot of them are not satisfied. Save your money, you are a sucker if you buy this, but you can't really believe these if they don't have verified buyers. Maybe they did buy it online. Okay, this guy found it in his local library. Okay, verified purchase. This title says it all. I'm not sure what I expected. Maybe stats, some math, sport, these process, but I feel totally ripped off. I feel totally raped. The book is barely over 30 pages. So it's a very short, small booklet, 30 pages at $37. Not worth it. So let me sum up this advice. Don't play more than you can afford. Scratch offs. Keep buying tickets and reinvest your winnings and buy an unopened batch of scratch offs. Oh, and read the rules to the game. Lotto and such. Don't change your numbers. Keep playing the same numbers. And the more you buy, the better your chances. Duh. So this guy wasn't satisfied. There's a lot of 1-star reviews. You can also go on eBay, and it shows real life reviews as well. People are saying, terrible book, don't waste your money, this book sucks, waste of money, no useful information. I know buying this booklet is a waste of money, totally useless book on winning lotteries, worst thing I ever bought. I would never recommend this to anyone. And I did do my due diligence for you guys, and I found out the biggest reason was that it was such a short book. It was a thin little booklet worth maybe like $5. So if you think of a really thin little pamphlet booklet or whatnot, like $5, that's what they got. They thought they were going to get like maybe a hardcover 30, because the value was $35 the price, but that's what you're going to get. So before you get it, I know you may get it because there's people who want to get it and they still want the review. Okay, they still like the fact that he won 7 times. That's no problem. You can get it. I just want to let you know up front before you get disappointed. That's why I want to do this review for those of you who want that extra review out there. There's more verified purchases. I like the idea of this book, but it's way overpriced. So that's the issue. So if, you know, $37 or whatnot, it's not a huge deal if you win the lotto, right? Like if you win the lotto, it'll pay for itself. But yeah, for a book, it is probably expensive. But one guy actually liked it. Let's read what actually people did like. That's kind of interesting too. Got to give Richard's book 5 stars in spite of all the naysayers. Richard gives good practical advice, a very interesting take on winning the lottery. We'll give his method a shot. If you are curious about lottery number strategy, statistics, and trying to figure hit patterns and trends, this may or may not be for you. His playing methods goes somewhat against the methods of pen and paper, and lottery software users should research lottery charts after every draw. But his advice for choosing numbers is in line with some lottery research. Our lottery is computer generated. I once picked numbers for a set of numbers that was one digit off from the jackpot. For those who are busy with life and don't always have time for strategizing lottery, which can be time consuming, his method might be one for you. One thing he stresses, stay within your budget. Good luck to you all. Yeah, I agree with one point about Richard Lustig's consistent advice that I always consistently gave from the get-go as well, was always have a loss limit, have a budget, and stick to it. Okay, and most people say that good tips. Some say good tips. Some people say my 2-year-old could have written this book better. Some people say it was helpful, and some people say not. The book was thin compared to what I expected it to be. That's that's consensus. The information isn't anything special. Most anyone can find this information on YouTube, but the guy gave him 4 stars. So I guess that's the review of the book. And let's do some research. I was doing some other research out there, and there was a site that does some pretty good research regarding the pros and cons of this. So this is the book. Richard Lustig, who he claims he is, he lives in Florida. Okay, what he says, I have created a method that enabled you to win several lottery grand. Enabled him to win several lottery grand prizes multiple times. I purposely made this book short and to the point because that really nothing to do with it. Okay, doing some research on the internet. This is a blogger. He said, what I think. The first thing I ought to point out before the hype gets you is that Richard is not a lottery multi-millionaire. He hasn't actually won 7 huge lottery jackpots. In reality, his 7 wins amount to $1,047,060.58. Okay, and one of those prizes was a jackpot of $840,000. Like I said earlier, a big portion of was this. The additional were really small ones. Bear in mind that lottery winnings are also taxed in the USA. So if you really tax it, he may only have gotten $500,000. It's also worth pointing out that the biggest win was back in January of 2002. This is kind of interesting information that you wouldn't have known elsewhere, right? But I'm doing due diligence for you. So if you like this research, click that like button. And his last big win was in 2010. Okay? Here's the full list of the 7 grand prizes. January 1993, he won $10,000 on scratch off tickets. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I love scratch off. They have the best odds to win. Okay? And if you want to learn a system on how to win scratch off, there is a system. Go check out the description below. 14th of August 1997, he won $13,000 on a Florida Fantasy Pick 5 game. June 2000, holiday to Los Angeles. He won $3,000 value scratch off ticket. Another scratch off ticket. So 18th of 2001, he won another scratch off ticket. See, most people don't know. They think he won 7 lottery pick games, picking number games. No, 3 out of the 7 he won from a scratch off. You know why? Scratch offs have the best odds of winning out of all the lottery games. I don't want to talk about scratch offs right now, but that's an interesting finding right here. Out of 7 wins, 3 came from scratch offs. The next win was January 2002. This is where he won the big one, $842,000 in Florida Mega Money. Okay, November 2008, he won $73,000 on a Fantasy Pick 5 game. August 2010, he won another Pick 5 game. Okay, so there's also a $5,000 win on a Florida Lotto in July 2009, but I don't think he's counting that one as a grand prize. Okay, but that's still more than most lottery players have won, though, right? So is it way beyond luck as he claims, and forgetting the hype? Is the actual advice actually any good? The big problem with this book, according to this blogger, there's some basic common sense in this book, although a lot less than I give away free. Advice such as keeping tickets that lose as a tax deductible and for playing those second chance drawings. Just don't get too excited on tax side as this doesn't apply in most countries and around the world. But the big problem is that the key advice he's offering in the book is just plain wrong. Okay, on two strategies in particular. Richard advises always playing the same numbers every single draw. That's very interesting. Okay, always play the same numbers. He also advises buying scratch-off tickets in batches of 10, the same card rather than different cards. I could agree with that, but I'm going to have to disagree. You're going to have to get my book on that. But he does have a point, but I have to disagree 50% of what he says. I would never say to buy 10 tickets. But if you really want the secrets on how to win scratch-off, go to howtowinscratchoffs.com. That's my system, and that's the world's first system on how to win scratch-offs, and that's the legit way. So I wouldn't agree with that. I have to give my 2 cents because this is a topic I know. So I would say no, don't buy 10. Same card, yes, but not 10. Both he claims to improve your chances of winning. The fact is, however, I'll give you my tip. I would say don't buy 10 scratch-off. Buy 1 ticket. Only buy 1 ticket. That's my quick tip of the day about scratch-offs. Because you want to minimize your cost. Why buy 10? If you buy 1 and you win, you maximize your profits. You buy 10, you win 1, most likely, you lose 9. So don't listen to Richard's tip right here saying buy 10 at a time. The same card, yes, I agree. Because you want to know the results. But buy 1 ticket. That's my 1 ticket rule. Again, if you want learn more tips, go get my book, How to Win Scratch-Offs. Okay, Richard buys a lot of lottery tickets. That's another thing he doesn't really answer. I saw in the interview, he was asked, how much did you spend to win $1 million? He really didn't answer. Well, he had an excuse, I believe. He didn't really give an answer. Maybe he said I think he was saying that he just doesn't know. He doesn't count it. This is a key piece of information he never lets on. Richard will simply not tell you how many tickets he bought to generate those 7 prizes. And therefore, his real profit, if any, remember that big win, 80% of his winnings happened back in 2002. Okay? 2002. So although he may not like to think so, buying large numbers of tickets is the real reason maybe he had a better chance to win 7 times. That together with choosing games which are easier to win in the first place. And a bunch of luck a little bit. Okay. There has been an update. One of the mathematicians challenged. There's this mathematician. This guy. He challenged. Not he didn't challenge, but he doesn't agree with Richard Lustig's theory that numbers that came up in the past will not show up again. He says, according to his own mathematical formula, that he drew up here that we'll never understand because we're not geniuses like him. But according to him, Richard Lustig's tip on don't play this the numbers that have already hit in the past, they don't have any chance. That's untrue. They all have the same amount of chance. So that's another thing. Quick tip for you regarding Richard Lustig. So regarding the book, what I recommend is he's going to give you some basic tips. It looks like he's going to give you some basic tips. Don't expect to be a heavy book. It's a very short pamphlet type of booklet, but he's going to give you logical tips. He's not going to give you outlandish tips that say you could. He seems to always say the same thing. Stick to your budget and stick to your budget, and he doesn't seem to exaggerate as much, but. He does have another system other than his book. It's called Lottery Dominator. You can click on the link below the video to learn more about this. It goes more in depth besides the book. The book is just an introduction. But if you want to know more in depth about his system, on how he won 7 times more in detail, it's called the Lottery Dominator. And you can click on the link below the video. You're going to watch this video until the end. They have 100% money back, 60-day money back guarantee. In the presentation, you'll learn about certain things about why, Ripley's, believe it or not, honored him as the world's only 7-time lotto winner. Why each year 14,000 people follow his strategy and win more money than they have ever won in their life from the lotto, following his secrets. The breakthrough lotto loophole technique that will show you how to win more money than you can imagine, according to Richard's tips. The at-home lottery discovery that changed Richard's life. He said he won 7 different times without relying on confusing math systems or formulas. So very simple. 14,000 people a year learn how to win. Even Ripley's, believe it or not, world's only 7-time repeat lottery winner in their museum, and so forth. So he's one of the lottery winners out there. I'm sure there's bigger lottery winners out there, but he's one of the lottery winners in real life that decided to share his tips to you in detail besides just the book. Okay, so if you want more than just the book, I recommend check out Lottery Dominator. It's a newer system than the book, so check it out. There's another page that will show you what this system is all about. It's online access to it. So you can access it from your phone. You can access it using your computer or laptop, wherever, with an internet access. You're going to get a login username to get access to this online training. But this is the latest Richard Lustig's online training. Okay? And from what I heard of it, it's the most popular right now. So if you want to go check out what he's all about more in detail, even after this review, you're still interested, you're still fascinated how this guy won 7 times. You just want to win 1 time. Click on the link below the video. The link should be lotterycircle.com/lottery dominator. It will lead you to a page to learn more, watch this video, and learn more about it. Thank you for watching the video. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, and best of luck to you in the future. Take care.